Around here, we live for Wednesday. It means my team is back, bold, bright, beautiful. I love these ladies. They're intelligent. My girls are here. We got Brittany Cooper, Ameshia Cross, and Candace Kelley once again. Good morning, ladies. I've been proud of this network's coverage of the Ahmaud Arbery killing, the trial of these people. 3 white men accused of hunting him down, murdering him. We all saw it. But, you know, as a mother, something strikes me every time I see Ahmaud Arbery's mother, Miss Cooper. She is bold, yet regal, classy, intelligent, and I cannot imagine being in her shoes, to be surrounded by this, first of all, but to have to listen to it. And so, I don't know, Candace, let's start with you and remind us of some of what she's had to sit through, let alone the images, the footage, but the reactions as her son lay dying.
Yeah, Sharon, it's been grueling. I mean, for the first time when she was in court, she saw the death of her son. Before she even went to court, she decided, I'm not going to look at it, but she decided to face it while she was in court. And like you said, just to kind of be tested in terms of, the courts and the attorneys fighting with what was going on the outside, supporters of Ahmaud Arbery and her questioning that as if that would kind of influence what was going on the inside. Protesters, supporters just being there very quiet. And also just this whole idea that at this point, things are going so slowly. Like she said the other day, you guys had a long time to prepare for this. You should be prepared. You had the time, but just motion after motion, slowing up the process to just finally see justice. It is exhausting. We hear her in court. We hear the cries. It's understandable why. It's just a gruesome experience that she has to go through every single day.
Yeah, and there's that pull-out shot. You know, we're looking at it right now, and you can see the son who's on trial for pulling the trigger and doing this filth. He's unbothered. At least that's my view of it, Brittany. And not many other people seem to be bothered, including the witnesses on the stand. One of them, the neighbor, was taking notes and he didn't even look away and it's just another day. That's how it was at the scene, too.
Yeah, look, these guys deputize themselves because these folks think they're judge, jury, and executioner. They have a very old school white Southern mentality that says they get to police the neighborhood and that any Black body that shows up in a space that is deemed unwanted there is therefore a criminal. But what is, striking about Ahmaud Arbery's mother, and one of the things I think we should be thinking about culturally, is what do we do to change this? Because we have become used to this procession of Black mothers, whether we're talking about Trayvon Martin's mother, right? Or Jordan Davis's mother, or Mike Brown's mother. There is this sort of cultural thing where a Black boy gets killed, a young Black man gets killed, and then their mother has to be public, has to show everybody that that they were loved. Right. And that's really what her purpose there is to say Ahmaud Arbery belonged to somebody. He was loved. He was part of a community. And so they're there to prove to other people the humanity of these Black boys and Black men, because it's not assumed that it exists. And why should any Black person in the midst of their grief over this terrible injustice have to show up, be regal, be composed, for the public, and grieve for the public, right? Just to prove that we're human. And that's what she's being asked to do.
Yeah, I think you're dead on. And that's where I was going to go next, because you know what, Ameshia? Why can't she be angry? I'm tired of the slow singing, flower bringing, dignified. I think she's terrific. And she's got to do whatever it takes to get justice for her son in this part of the country, yet another jurisdiction. But why are we expected to always be so much and receive so little?
Sharon, because that's the history of Black women in America. You carry all the burden, yet you're supposed to be happy-go-lucky and calm and striking in the same sense. And in Ahmaud Arbery's case, what we see is a woman who's basically not only trying to humanize her son, but also trying to humanize Black people before an almost all-white jury, and before an America that she knows intrinsically does not care about this murder. The minute that the McMichaels designed the story around an assumption that Ahmaud Arbery was a criminal, that he was going through the community stealing. They had no evidence of such. He wasn't carrying anything. The minute they set that stage, it put in the minds of a ton of white Americans that this was completely justified. They're not thinking that this was a modern day lynching, 3 white men chasing a young black guy down the street in a pickup truck, getting out, cornering him, and shooting him at point blank range. None of that matters when in the heads of those white people, this was a criminal. And when they think criminality, they think black men. So she is here to showcase strength. She is here to showcase poise. She is also here to showcase that this was a human being. This was her kid. This was a good kid. This was an innocent kid. This should not have to be done because it's not done across white America. This is something that only black women bear the burden of.
Yeah, and so, you know, Brittany, when they want him to be this animal, right? And because that's how they perceived him that day, that fateful day. That's how people on the scene who just kind of showed up and walked over the body, so to speak. But that's the other thing that gets me here. You know, they're so ignorant, they didn't even come up with a decent story. They actually uttered things on the scene, right? Like, well, yeah, I don't know what he was up to. He was up to something. He must have done something. That's how, and I do think they're ignorant, and I do think they're dumb. I do. I think when we look at that mugshot, the neighbor with the bowl cut, besides what they did, if you can even put it aside, I think they're really not the brightest bulbs. That said, they don't need to be in this society. They literally uttered things like, well, so we just started chasing him. I didn't even know these people, but I picked a side. Right. Can you help us wrap our minds around that?
So here you have people who are literally being criminal themselves, literally harassing this man, being a mortal threat to him. And they have projected all of that onto him. Every single thing that they thought about Ahmaud Arbery is who they are. And that continues to be the depravity of whiteness. That it cast Black people as the criminals, Black people as the violent ones, Black people who are the threat to communities, when what you have is 3 fools rolling around in a pickup truck with guns, shooting a young man who is just going for a jog. And that's the thing you said too. They don't have to be smart to be lethal, right? They know just enough to be dangerous, right? And that means that they know absolutely nothing and they have no respect for his humanity. And you know, I struggle to contain my rage because we are just in this endless loop of having to watch people murder our people, right? And then as we watch them do it, we watch these folks sort of sit nonchalantly in a courtroom as though justice is being done, when what it really feels like, if we're honest, is that they're trying, the judge included, everybody's trying to find every way that they can to get these men off, right? And to make it seem like it was okay what they did. And what's super interesting about that is what is being called fairness, right? That is what is being called having a fair trial, is skewing the narrative in favor of these monstrous murderous killers who came out and harassed this young man and then got mad that he tried to defend himself by snatching the gun away. Because what else are you going to do when you're unarmed and somebody comes after you with a gun, but fight for your life? And they thought that that was the pretext to murder him, and they would have murdered him anyway.
Yeah, if it wasn't so horrific and we didn't all see, it really is it's a comedy show that we're even here. How can we even, she's right, how can we even be in this courtroom after what we've seen here? And these 3 fools actually have a fair shot. They actually have a fair shot to get out of this thing. It's just, it is maddening, it's angering. Candace, though, I want to turn, in the remaining time we have, to Astroworld, because it strikes me as lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit comes out of this thing. And Travis Scott, I mean, this is his baby. He's super rich, he's super famous, but I'm starting to wonder, can he survive this, both criminally and financially? Because, you know, is this class action? How does that work?
Oh, yeah, we're looking at least 18 lawsuits. He's named in most of them. 3 words for Travis, though. Please be quiet. There's really nothing that he should be saying or can say that's going to help him at this time. His attorney should tell him to stop posting, stop talking, because the contrition that he's giving, it doesn't really amount to much. He's talking about refunding people their tickets. He's talking about paying for people's funerals. These people don't want to be planning a funeral right now. And it's not always about money. We know about Travis, we know about Kylie. And so obviously money is a big issue here. But let's just hope that from here, we get some rules and regulations about how concerts will proceed. The same way that, Alec Baldwin is dealing with maybe some rules and guidelines that should change on movie sets when it comes to guns. He has got to sit back, work with his attorneys, and figure out how financially he's going to get out of this mess. Attorneys cost a lot of money. They charge by the hour, they charge by the minute. Every 15 minutes,
No,
it
I
is
know.
click, click, plop,
I
plop.
know it.
So we know that that's going to be a huge issue, just like you said. He should be in planning mode right now and quiet mode. It is not helping him at all. And his contrition really doesn't amount anything when people are still in the hospital, almost on their deathbeds.
Yeah, one's on life support. We talked to a father who said it was like they were herded in there like a pig pen, no escape route. So things definitely have to change. But let's end on a positive note if we can. Regina King, who I love. I love this sister. She revealed a Hollywood secret sister circle, Black actresses who really do. They don't just say they support each other while so many try to pit each other. Against each other, rather. So Brittany, let's talk about that, because I think her sharing that is something that we already know exists, but it's a gift and it's necessary for the rest that are out there who don't understand how important it is and how it is already happening.
Yeah, look, my crew, I roll with a crew, a few crews. The group chat is always hopping, right? And that's how we make it, you know. And so that sisterhood,
Yeah.
it's not just core to how Black women survive. It's also core to American democracy. That sense that we got each other's back. And what I love about this story is there is a narrative about Black women having dysfunctional relationships. It's sort of the driver of the reality TV that we all love so much. And so this is a really important
Mm-hmm.
narrative to say there is deep sisterhood. We got each other's back. We cheer for each other because we know that no one loves us enough to cheer for us but us, right? And so that sisterhood
Mm-hmm.
is sort of critical. It's part of my own Black feminist perspective. It's how I choose to roll, and it reminds me of the adage: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think, and Ameshia, don't you agree with that? Because I was reading a story this morning about how we wore our hair, and I think we've talked about this before in the motherland, and how it was celebrated. It was beautiful. The hairstyles, it kind of talked about your position and everything else. And I feel like that was inherent, right? This is inherent, is what we do. And so when Brittany talks about, we really have to reshape this lie, or get rid of the lie that women, Black women, don't support each other. This is happening every day, not just in Hollywood, right?
Mm.
It is. It absolutely is. And one of the only reasons that we've been able to survive and thrive and make things happen against all odds is because of those sister circles that Brittany was talking about. When I think about someone like Regina King, who's been in this business in Hollywood for nearly 4 decades, we have to remember how young she was when she
She's
got
doing
started
it.
and is just now
She's
getting her
doing it.
flowers. This is a woman who definitely
Yeah.
had to have a lot of allegiances, a lot of people who look like her at a
Wow.
time when people who are beyond, the paper bag test didn't even get starring roles in anything. So I think
Hmm.
that it really matters that she was able to
That's
develop it, that she's
important.
able to talk about it now and emphasize it.
Yeah, it is. Candace, I'm gonna give you the last 30 seconds. I mean, you're all part of my
Mm.
circle now. I want to start the group. We do need a group chat, Candace. You usually, you
Yes,
need to
we
start that
do.
for us.
We do. Listen, racism, sexism, colorism, these are all the things that people are facing in Hollywood and just on a day to day. You need a group of people. I will start this group, this text. You guys will get it from me today, because we need to just debrief and breathe on any given day, because when we
Yeah.
go out, we got to put on the
Yes.
whole armor of God in order sometimes to kind of receive what people are giving to us, because we don't know what we're going to get. We don't know the type of people that we're going to encounter, but we know every day that we go out there, we are Black, we are a woman, and we're definitely going to we're going to be perceived like that, and have to change some minds out there from people who have misunderstandings about who we are.
Yeah. Well, you're right. You're exactly right. You go on and start that group chat, and Misha, you're right too, because we do forget all that Regina King has endured and stayed on top. I think she's fantastic. I support you, ladies, as always. Thank you. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. It's a good-looking group. We just got to keep it going. Much more. Start your day right ahead.